Hey everyone, welcome back to Koali Zoo. This is episode 5, and yeah, I'm coming in a little bit early, but Silv had to get back to Belgium, right?
Yeah. I've been traveling up and down the Netherlands and Belgium a little bit for the holidays, but I'm back now.
Awesome. Well, there is Silv, and we also have Delady and Rudi.
Hello.
And this is, once again, my episode is going to be, instead of time-lapse, it's a full-on tour. Looks like Pete's are getting stuck over there. That's cool. And I do things a little different. I throw a little bit of different flair in this. And so what we're going to look at first is Rudi's area.
Oh, God.
Which is over here. But I wanted to show you guys like the full extent of the zoo right now. So you come into this open area and there's the micro house. And there's the reptile house.
That's my half-finished reptile house. Don't you laugh.
It's quite far away.
But you can see just how much room we still have left in the zoo. There's a lot to do.
It'd be a shame if by episode 4 it'd be filled up. So
yeah.
I see that as a positive
true.
thing.
But when I saw pictures of Rudi, his temple, I was like, oh my god, that's half of the park.
Yeah, like I saw comments where like everyone was like, okay, so Silv built the entrance, then Mike just built one house, a lady built like half a house, and Rudi built like half the zoo.
Exactly.
Amazing.
I didn't. No.
I'm gonna rush
I
over
didn't
here.
even build enough to keep Mike away. So
You can't keep me
You
away.
didn't scare him, huh?
no.
That view
All
to
right.
that temple is amazing.
Here
There
we
you
are
go.
coming into it. And so this
God,
has
I need
changed a
to
little
follow
bit.
up.
You have to tell me
Yeah,
what
I
you
see.
did, because I have not been walking through the park. I've only saw the episode. Oh my
Okay.
god, this is so
You
cool.
need a
Yeah,
heads up
same
from
here.
what I did.
Also, the viewers haven't walked through the park either.
No,
That's
that's
true.
true, definitely.
And that's a good point. We should say if you're new, if this is the first time that you're watching Koali Zoo, we do have the playlist up on the first comment of any one of our videos. We also have it at the very end of this video.
Also in
on
the
splash
description,
screen.
right?
So and it's in the description as well.
Yes.
So there's plenty of
Good
places
YouTubers always
to-
in the description.
to catch up. Well, sometimes it's in the description. But here's what I wanted to show. So I wanted to give you befores and afters, and so you've got this. This is the after right now, because I don't think this area actually got here. But this is what I thought was really important, because we're now focusing so much around this temple ruin that I wanted that to make sure that it was a weenie, so now it is a proper weenie.
Beautiful.
that's
You should
nice.
change
I've
the time a little bit, so the light falls really beautiful on the temple, like 10 or 11 a.m. I think
God, I went out
you
of
can
10 to
see
10.
that, like,
Yeah.
it's super beautiful.
Mike, do you have a favorite time of day? Because I remember in Planet Coaster you had your like specific time of day to take pictures at.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's a little different because the engine is so good in Planet Zoo.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
all times, like even this time of day, even though it's a very obscured, it looks really pretty because you have all that
It does,
depth
yeah.
in the.
It's
In the air.
really gorgeous, yeah. I agree.
So I'll put that back. Oh, that's pretty good actually, right there. Let me turn that off. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have befores and afters show up. And so here we're going to kind of walk over towards this area. This is one of the last areas that I worked on. And I thought your lily pond was really, really cool. And really, I just changed a few things in here.
Oh, I see. It's mainly the same. Yeah, I see.
Yeah. I gave it a concrete edge and a little bit more of a loose planting. Yeah.
I really love this pond.
You'll notice that the entire education center is not visible at this point.
Yeah, I love that, to be honest. I think it was stealing the show too much. Or
That's exactly
in my
what I
one,
thought
yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so
that temple is right in your face the entire time.
Yeah.
This is so cool. Yeah,
It's
this is how you would do it. And
beautiful.
I think it makes it also feel a lot more natural. You know, we were discussing last time if the temple was like actual temple or it was a remade one for education purposes or, you know, for excavation purposes or whatever. So I feel like now it embeds a lot more natural. I think we don't even need to talk about it. It's just sitting there and it feels right now.
Yeah.
Also with all the foliage in behind. It's like I love that we have some stuff in behind now to
make
so
a
it feels a
difference.
little bit
Yeah.
lush.
yeah.
Also, I like the
Yeah, this
philosophy of having very dense foliage and having everything sort of reveal itself as you're walking through the park. That's also really cool.
And then this little plaster replica is now this kind of central area for the pond. And I've got them so that they sometimes don't completely go through the stone, which is good.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
did you
Bins?
work with the bins exactly?
Yeah, trash
I
cans,
was just
exactly.
like lurking in there.
Cool.
And then people actually use this path, which is really awesome too. And so if you kind of take a step around, you finally see the education center, and it's still pretty well shrouded.
Oh, I like it. Yeah.
And it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
really because it's an ugly building. I didn't think it was ugly at all, but it is definitely an addition to what is supposed to be important.
True.
Oh, you left my rail fencing. I like it.
Yeah, I love the rail fencing.
That's so
It's such
good.
a clever thing. Plus, it's not individual pieces, and so it's going to help with the frame rate.
It's almost like networks in City Skylines. It's so good. It's like, it just saved me some police, please.
But it's such a smart idea to use that as a railing. It's incredible.
And
Yeah.
so here we
Looks
go
really
with another
good.
before and after. Here's the before. It's done in post. And here is the after.
Oh, oh God, yeah. You sent this over to me to give me your idea what you're working on, and I had a peek on that already. I just love that because it's basically what you did also with your Planet Botanic when you were walking up to, I think it was the water park or whatever.
The
but
water
it's almost
garden?
like the water garden. It's really like this unveiling process is so good. Oh, I love it. Yeah,
That was the big thing, is that it felt like, because it was a round building, first off, it was opening up a little bit too much. And I felt like it needed to be a little bit more off the beaten path. Like, to come up to this education center, you really have to commit to it. So you still see it from the road, but again, it's pretty well shrouded. And so then you have this access road here that's going to be kind of the artery of the park, or the zoo.
It also feels like very much of a zoo thing to do. I don't know why, but I think in zoos you very often find that exhibition buildings and things like this are very much nestled within the foliage, and everything really reveals itself as you're walking around. It kind of makes it feel a bit bigger, and you get more of a sense of exploration, I guess, as well.
Yeah.
It allows you to kind of build the anticipation a little bit, like, what is in this building?
Yeah.
Oh, and we also need a name for it. So we wanna symbolize or memorialize people that have worked in Planet Zoo or something like that. So we need a name. I don't know who to dedicate this particular educational structure to.
That's a good point.
Is that something we can brainstorm over in a
the
bit?
comments.
Yeah.
I
If
think-
anyone has a suggestion.
That would be really neat. Oh, I love that. If you stand at the second layer of the path leading to it, and you peek to the right hand side, how you can just see the second building in the background, just how it drops to the right hand side a little bit. Oh, it just this perspective is so good. It just shows you that there is something, but you just don't really see it. And oh God, I just really. Yeah, this little play you have going on always, also with the little incline and stuff. Big fan of it, yeah.
I mean, I really loved all the buildings that you did, and so I just wanted them to kind of be grounded in the landscape a little bit more. And that's really what all this does, is by having that slight incline like that, it feels a lot more weighted. Like, this building feels a lot heavier than it used to.
Yeah, definitely. I love the entrance, to be honest. Like, I'm just standing right in front of it. I feel like it embeds totally with what you did with the micro house. So it, kind of shares a little bit of the style of the door. I think it's really important also to have that kind of resemblance of the style from over there. So it's like one zoo,
Excellent. Yeah, I just pretty much picked out your materials and then tried to make it kind of a little bit kind of the 70s look, the 70s classical, which I think is what this building is. But yeah, my real goal was to get more people closer to the animals, and so that's why this little overlay or overlook is here, so you can see the Komodos and everything.
Really love it. Looks
Okay,
so
here we go with
good.
another before and after, and before and after.
Golly
Oh my
shit.
goodness.
I love it so much.
Oh my god, that is so awesome.
Wait a second, Mike. Are these like these kind of sound profile things on the top?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
They're
God,
they're
that is
aftermarket
insane.
sound dampeners.
Yeah, which makes total sense to make sure that there is a very good noise in here in terms of getting the education videos played, right?
Uh-huh, exactly. It's a
Oh
pretty
my
loud building with all the
goodness.
linoleum and the hard surfaces, and so
Oh, what the hell did you do with the floor? Oh, tell me your secret. What is the flooring?
that is the opaque glass
No.
as
Wow.
linoleum.
Is there a-
Yeah.
So
Wait,
many
is there a
pieces is
piece
that?
you can? I didn't know there is a non-grid piece. Oh no, wait, it is the grid piece,
It's
right?
all it's all gridded. Yeah.
Oh god. Oh.
This is
I feel
so
the pain.
good.
I feel the pain now. But
I
yeah,
love the way this building came out.
Wow.
In one breath I hate it because it's so ugly, but it's also really like what you would see in this sort of like age or era of building.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Does it work with the orangutans?
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I just peeked around the corner. And do they escape? No, they don't, right?
They don't escape now.
Oh, that's great. Okay. So
Everybody should be in place, and there should be no escapees.
Wow.
But yeah, I think you're
this is
totally right.
So good.
It is kind of one of those buildings that feels a bit weird if you think about it in real life. That it's not my favorite kind of architecture, but you pulled it off really well in the game here.
Oh my
Looks
god.
really
yeah.
It
realistic.
feels like it was like the concept art, like an architect came in and was like, oh yeah, this is 70s modernism. We're going to do something beautiful and really stylish. And then they realized they built the building and it's way too loud and it just isn't working. So they had to change a whole bunch of things. There's sound paneling on the backside. There's sound paneling up in the rafters.
Wow.
It's definitely a building of compromise, and that's what I wanted to get across.
Holy shit, Mike! Can I just quickly say that what you did is just absolutely freaking phenomenal.
It's
like
awesome.
I had a vision. I had a vision when I was starting it, and in all honesty, at some point, you know how much I built. I just needed to somehow cut it short at some point, and I surely did it with the interiors. And I if I would have a wish, this would be the one that would have come out of it. It's just absolutely insane. I love
goodness.
every single bit of it.
This
Also,
is so
I'm
cool.
glad that the game like has the lighting to make this work because
Yes,
so
How
good.
are
lighting
the
is
animals
so
here
good.
as well for me? They are sitting exactly at the same point in my file at this
That's
point.
amazing.
I don't see them. Screw it. I want to see them too.
But that's the unfortunate thing. This is all like a habitat area, and people never come to this side because
They
I don't
already
know.
saw
Maybe
them on
standing
the
100
outside, probably.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If they already have like orangutans on their list and they see them on the outside, they will not go on to the inside.
One might
To
call
see
that
them.
a poor design decision, to put it lightly,
Yeah.
because we used to have Vista Points, and Vista Points brought people to places that you, the designer, you, the human,
Yeah.
wanted to bring people. It's just a little frustrating that
Yeah,
nobody
just
uses
not
it.
not just a little.
And then definitely that orange. Oh, look at that orange, that 70s orange.
It's amazing.
I don't know. It looks so ugly yet so inviting to
So
me. I don't know why.
It is crazy.
And then more aftermarket sound dampener panels here.
Did you also do that inside area of the Komodo dragon?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
We're about to get to that.
Also, I
love that
appreciate
you
the support
Oh my
structure.
God,
It's really
it's
cool. Just
crazy.
Yeah.
how
yeah, yeah.
exposed
It
everything is.
feels-
Very
yeah.
modern.
That's what I really liked about this tent building, because the shape of it. Actually, let me float through the ceiling real quick, because I put water stains in here too.
This is so good.
You can see.
I just hate you for doing that because I did want to do that and I felt so bad that I didn't, and you just did this painful thing and edited it.
Oh,
How
this
long
was
did that
easy.
take?
This is the easy thing, because I just used the same structures, and because you had them around in a circle, they don't Z-fight. But I loved the tent shape of the building, and so I was like, I want to see that on the inside too, and so that's where we are here.
Incredible.
Oh, I love it.
Oh
Okay,
my
let's go to
goodness.
Komodo dragon habitat, and again we're gonna do it before. There we go, and after.
God, you make me feel look so
wow.
bad now.
No, that's
very
not
cozy.
that's not the intention.
No, I know, but it's just so. No, it's you. You make it look so much better. Let's put it that
How
way.
do we have?
It's
Do
so
we have those
cute.
locks?
Uh huh.
What?
Oh, may I just
That's
ask one thing?
amazing.
But not the locks, but there's one anchor thing. If you look to the ceiling, please, where these lamps are. If you go, there we go. You just straight look at it, at left side. Left side now? This little grayish thing, this anchor thing. Are they new? I found like 4 new pieces.
Yeah, we have the new, the finished modern set, I think, is where these anchor pieces come from.
Wow.
Okay, I never saw them, actually. I was like, is this from the DLC then, or...?
No, it came in the update, yeah.
They added a lot of pieces they didn't tell in the free update.
Yeah, because they are phenomenal. They're like small, you can recolor them. They are very versatile.
That's incredible.
That's kind of stuff you would love to say to people because it's so good.
Right. They're incredibly useful. They're all the support structures, so you can have the I forget exactly what it's called. It's almost like a winch or something like that. But yeah, this is what I wanted to do with the Komodo dragon. I wanted people to be able to come out and kind of experience. Oh, look at the. They're like.
Oh my goodness, you are
they're
so
on
lucky.
today.
Yeah.
I don't see them. I don't see them.
Like in my episode as well. Remember when we did the tour at the end? That was so good. This dude is born for the camera.
And again, nobody is around here because we can't.
Oh, for me there are a lot of people. It's really
there?
busy for me. Yeah,
Okay.
for me it's really busy.
That's
But
funny.
I don't have an animal here.
That's amazing.
It's so beautiful, Mike.
Oh, God,
Holy
it's really,
cow.
I just love it.
And
And
what
I
I-
feel
Oh, go ahead.
you paid the outside so much tribute by the inside now. Like it's exactly what I would expect this to look from the inside, how I designed the outside. So it's really that beautiful.
Good. And you guys may have realized that there's a big shift in almost the architecture, and that's because these feel like they were 2 different buildings. Like this building was the one that existed before the modernist building came in.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I totally agree. And oh man, the
I
restrooms.
really like this. I like this little area.
Wait, the actual.
that's
This is an
so
actual
good.
restroom.
Yeah, those are actual restrooms in
What?
Yeah, one is fake, the other one isn't. But it's that's good.
You serious? Oh my god.
So on this side, yeah, you've got the restroom buildings, because I think anytime we have a structure, a major structure like that, we have to have a restroom. It's just part of designing for people.
Well, if we build with the Planet Zoo management in mind, then we have to build like 10.
And then I've got the only crate that we have. I hope we get some more crates in the future, some more clutter and stuff like that. 'Cause it's really awesome.
Definitely.
And then this little area across from the restroom is supposed to be like a special refrigerator for, I don't know, vaccines or something like that.
There's a whole building
everything.
behind it.
Yeah.
Oh, facility. Staff.
No, you
buildings.
designed.
So here we go. Okay, so actually I have to take a step back for a second, because we have this tour now. So we have these tours, in which you would you sign up for it, and maybe it's an extra cost or something like that. But then a veterinarian or a zookeeper takes you around to the different exhibits and lets you go into like different areas and see how they take care of the animals. So we'll go
Would
down.
actually be a really cool thing in the game.
Yeah, it would be really
Oh,
cool,
yeah.
right? So let's go downstairs,
Oh,
because that's where the tour would start, is in the orangutan area.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
It's always a little tricky going down these stairs. So not much has changed in here. I did adjust some of the habitat or the
but this
viewing
the
area.
2 minor changes here are insane. I love them. They are so
And
subtle.
so you can still see the orangutans from the base here, which is cool. I added a little bit more foliage, but not so much that it would be difficult to take care of. Just to
Yeah, I
give them a
know.
little bit more privacy. So somebody would come down here and they'd talk to you about, how to take care of the orangutans and all this cool stuff. And then you've got the staff gate here. And if you enter through the staff gate, you go into
I
this,
see a boxed orangutan. Yay.
Yeah, from me.
Yeah, you gotta fix those. But in here, you've got a pretty basic area, and this is what I see in a lot of zoos. Is the maintenance area is very, very stark.
Yeah.
It almost looks a little utilitarian, but it's just the habitat areas where they're supposed to play and enjoy their life, and here is where the animals are taken care of so that they're safe.
Yeah.
And it's easy to clean and everything.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
finally
you got
it has a ceiling.
yeah, and it's got a ceiling, it's got hose bibs, and it looks like it's all supported structurally. And so they may not take you in here. What they are going to take you through is these double doors here. So go back out into the main viewing and then go through the double doors. And you would get to see the orangutans pretty up close here at the base. So this is where the tour would start. And,
wow.
Ooh, this is cool. Oh, very cool. And then they'd take you upstairs.
I love how
so
thought
let's
out
go
this
back
is.
Upstairs.
Really adds another dimension to the whole practical side of things.
I love also that the layout of my building works with all this. I kind of the struggle I had to make all these layers now really pays off because you made it look so good now and as if it was really thought of. I did obviously.
You did think it up. I mean, anything that I do, I'm not trying to replace. I'm trying to plus.
Yeah, no. We
just
talked
telling,
about that.
I'm telling my community because they're going to be like, "Oh, Mike destroyed something else." Like, no.
No,
right.
I have to say though, because before people ask or say like in the comments, Rudi feels bad or whatever. No, I absolutely don't. It's like we talked about that, and I think it's if you really don't like stuff, you would not be able to work that much that you did to make it look so much better. It was not your intentional building. So you how did you call it? You are the happy parasite. Parasite.
Yes, I am. I'm the. What did I say? I forget exactly.
I'm definitely
but
sure he used the word parasite.
I think it was parasitic. Yeah, I'm a helpful parasite or something like that.
But in the most positive way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, yes.
Also,
So
helpful
the
parasites do exist.
The tour would lead you upstairs, and then you'd get to go into the backstage area. So here we go through the backstage doors. Ooh,
that's so good.
You can tell that the detail has gone a little bit more into the original part of the building. So they're not really trying to make anything too pretty here. It's all very utilitarian. The ceiling is all like corrugated pieces that don't quite fit.
That's how it is, right? I mean, that's where you don't spend any money.
And then you've got shelving here and stuff like that. If we end up getting some more clutter, I'll fill those shelves up. And you got a little closet here. But then the tour guide takes you outside. So go through these doors. And here's the little staff rest area. You can see it's seen better days.
Well, they've got a decent area though, as far as staff rest areas go. That's quite nice.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And then you head up the stairs.
God. Oh no! What the
stairs? Wait, where's the stairs? No.
The angry archer. I love it.
Yeah, you got my little angry archer there for scale.
You're kidding! Oh my goodness.
And then you get to see the orangutans from the temple view. So you really get to walk up here and see something special.
God.
That's a really cool view.
So that is the whole of the tour. So they would take you around, they'd show you, and then there's some ramshackle things here to keep everybody safe.
Yeah, I love how backstage it really feels.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh God, you used these million pieces air vents again.
Yes, I did.
Oh God, Koali
but
will be unplayable.
I wanted people to get closer to the temple, and so this is people won't necessarily in the game, but they would in my imagination.
This is the touch, guys. We need for Koali. That's the level of Koali we need, and I love.
That's why we got you. Like, oh my goodness, this is incredible.
I love that you even not tilted, but you made these tops of the chain link fence a little bit roundish.
Yeah, that's a really cool thing in the game that not a lot of people use, and it's something that's stock. You can just tell the fence to hang like that a little bit.
It really works.
It adds some weight to it.
It really does. Cool. It adds a little bit. It feels like it's aged. Like it is being worked a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is that little upper area, and then from here you can see into a little bit more backstage, and then that's the empty area there. See, I still kept your shade cloth because I like it, and I'm gonna find a use for it somewhere in the distance.
Yeah.
That was a really cool backstage tour. I would gladly
yeah. That
And
is
there's a little-
brilliant.
Even the freaking ugly gutter when you come down here.
Yeah.
Can we please fill some ugly water effect in there?
That'd be awesome, huh? Yeah, all of them. Because this is such a wet area that I'm really thinking about hydrology. And so you'll see in other areas.
What are you
I've
not
actually,
thinking about? God.
And then it gets you back. Oh, here's another thing. So I think each exhibit needs to have some sort of gate, like a double gate.
That fence
for
doesn't have
getting
a climbing frame, by the way. A
Yeah, but
non-climbing
the
frame.
This one's for the
dragons don't
Komodos.
climb.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, that's right.
So this wasn't. I didn't get to this area, but this one I want to make a double gate so that you can get the animals in and out if they have to go transfer for a long time.
Yeah,
something like
that's a
that.
good point. I feel like these small gates in the game, they annoyed me by the time that I also thought about, yes, I mean, how do you get an elephant through that door, you know? I mean, yeah.
And then I think in here it's all the same. So I think it's just, yeah. So it just goes out to the Komodo dragon habitat.
Can I just, again, sorry, I think we do praise them like in every episode, but when you come back into the building, this little noise from the generator.
Oh yeah, it's so
like,
cool.
It's just like, it's so, it feels like Backstage, but also it feels like home.
Yeah. Feels like
so good.
home. Why does it feel like
I don't know what
home?
your house
No,
is
not like
but
home. Not like home, but it's, I don't know, it's just a relaxing noise.
Okay. Well, it is a white noise hum, yes.
Right.
So everybody's seen that side here. I'm gonna just poke right through here, and you can see the other side. So it's all one complete building with a separated area. So the Komodo dragon area is on this side, and then you got the restrooms on this side. So it gives it a little bit more of a grander feel. You really get a sense of that whole roof line, which I think is important for that building because it
really
looks like it was a
cool.
stables at some point or something like that. All right, so let's go backstage area, and it's gonna rush through because I want to take this road back.
I'm just a big fan now of this area. Like a really.
I love everything you guys are doing. I really do. I like the way this zoo is coming together.
Oh, definitely.
Wow. Yeah.
And so not much of this changed. I think just the area that I worked on over here. So they lost a little bit of room, the Komodo dragons, but they're fine. They're lizard boys. They'll
No,
handle
they
it.
had like a way too big exhibit anyways.
Yeah.
It was.
I
like, if
may
they were
garden this a
polar
little
bears?
bit more. Yeah,
lizard boys don't eat that much.
lizard
No.
boys.
They
And
do
then this
that
would
tongue
be
thing and they're happy.
an access road. And I don't think I did anything on this side yet.
Yeah.
I always have to add in the yet.
The bollards.
And I have some ballers because there would be street traffic here, either carts or some sort of electric vehicle or something like that, moving things across the zoo. So
Oh,
anywhere
yeah,
there's-
Which I thought about tackling maybe in the future because
Oh, nice.
I haven't seen anything of that in the workshop yet, but I feel comfortable doing them at this point, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I hope that I kind of stretch our track record of doing things that Frontier will add later on.
Exactly, that'd be
I'm gonna
great.
Stretch it to now on.
All right, and
All
let's
right,
get
so
to the
which
new
path?
area.
Oh.
Which one do we take? Okay, back to the entrance. You do.
All right,
What?
well, I'm gonna
What?
go here. I'm gonna skip the path a little bit here. All right, and you can start to hear them now. All of the freaking flamingos. Flamingos won, everybody, mostly because they won by default because polar bears. Well, here we go. And so you've got a few different
Oh
viewing
my
areas for the Flamingo Lagoon.
How many are
Oh
those?
my god.
There's about 50 flamingos.
That is awesome.
I'm still happy. My performance is super easy and super good, but wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised that it's running as well as it is too, because there's a lot of freaking flamingos.
Nom nom. They're getting food.
Wow, it's pretty crowded for me in this area. Like a lot of people also using your terrace of the micro house now. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what I really like is that they're using all sorts of different paths, which is awesome.
That is really cool. Oh, that's so good.
I love
So
the
yeah, you
foliage
get this.
here.
I put a little bit of that plaster temple piece in
Yeah,
there
I
just
see,
for
I
for
see.
some kitsch.
It's a little bit kitschy, but it works out super well.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
this
then
is so
the jungle area
good.
is pretty pretty well figured out. Lots of bamboo. Bamboo seems to be the important filler for this entire area.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that shelter, that's so smart. Just underneath the path.
Oh, now I know what you built here with it's a bridge for the staff members to access that area. Oh, I love that. Because I saw just someone going over and pooping the shit away.
Yeah, and they use it efficiently. They don't like fall off of it or like freak out or something like that.
I saw them now walking through the water too. So if you don't have a bridge, then they will walk through the water.
They'll walk through the water at a certain
shallow?
depth, but it has to be has to be super, super shallow.
No.
No?
I saw them. No, I was like, what? What are you doing? It was like only his head above the water or something. I'm serious, it's so funny. But wow.
I mean, if we do this in the future, it would be the coolest thing ever would be to get some small boats for the staff members.
Oh, yeah.
They take
Some small boats.
Yeah, like if we have staff vehicles, in general, and then we have like this electric cart and kind of a little boat.
Oh, that'd be great,
That would
yeah.
be so cool, yeah.
God,
Like
I just
Everglade exhibit or something. Anyways, that's just...
Oh my god, I have a
Alright.
flamingo walking over the common reed.
Yes, they do tend to do that.
Oh, okay.
But also, like, they're flying a lot for me in here. That looks cool. They're flying groups and then just... That's so cool. It looks really good.
I just
And so
can't get
we're
over the
gonna
foliage
walk
and
back-
rock work. It's so good.
This
Yeah.
way. So through the micro house, and we're going to take the other side up because there's another viewing area
How
that
much
you can
did
get
you
to.
do?
That's what we've been asking you, Rudi, still since last week.
Oh my... Wait a second. This is... Oh, that looks so good.
Wow.
Koali Club, Micro House,
Oh,
Temple
wow.
Ruins. I never actually figured these pieces. These are the... Oh, I didn't know that they're so small. I saw them in the menu all the time.
Oh,
but
you
I
didn't
found
use
no
them?
real use for them.
They're really, really
No, I didn't-
useful. Like,
Yeah.
incredibly
That's
useful.
nice.
And so there's a
Gee,
little way, and then the Flamingo Lagoon is pink. It's the only sign that's pink, so people know where to go.
That's so cool.
And then,
really cool.
remember I talked about
Incredible.
hydrology? Well, there you go. You've got little gutters, little concrete gutters
Oh,
to move the water away.
Are you kidding?
Oh my gosh.
that's great.
And then a lovely, like
That's
I said,
what you meant with like losing yourself in
Amazing.
details. Thanks for that.
Oh, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. So we got to this
God.
lovely bridge here, which crosses over, and
No,
the water is nice because it's separated. So the flamingos have their own water.
You
and
made
then-
custom litter.
Yeah,
No, seriously?
yeah.
You're kidding, I see. Oh my god.
This is so unbelievable.
Isn't that great? So you got this gate here that what it's really doing is kind of hiding the glass wall,
Yeah.
but it's supposed to kind of keep the litter from getting into the flamingo habitat. And yeah, you just got little pieces here that have washed in.
Oh my
that's
goodness.
brilliant.
Which makes sense because people would throw it from the bridge. That's just too much.
It's hilarious.
And then you have this other side. So this one will be. This is a little incomplete right now, but this is going to be the pink. What do I call it? The pink grill or something like that. Which is going to be an
something like a
eating
pink grill
establishment
food,
here.
Oh my
Oh,
That
that's
was
such a
the
good
Flamingo
viewing
Lagoon.
area as well. You get really
Yeah.
good perspectives of this habitat.
Wow.
And so you can see these animals from all sorts of different perspectives. In fact, the staff actually, they say, "Oh, there's too many people watching me work." I'm like, "Oh, sorry."
What? Did they say that?
I've never
Yeah.
seen that. God.
I never saw them saying that.
So the staff member also has like a stress level.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Because for me, he's like on spot now. He's on his stage. It's like almost like a stage there.
There he goes.
Proving on the stage.
Wow.
And then
I
if
must
we
say-
just drop down into the flamingo habitat, it's not super, it's again pretty industrial. But that's
But
really
they
what it
have
has to
like
be.
their privacy area. It's just awesome. Mm-hmm. Oh, and a water hose.
And then all the
Amazing.
enrichment items are still able. The flamingos can still get to them, but they're hidden so that you don't see them nearly as much.
Oh yeah, there's some
that's
sprinklers
cool.
in here. Yeah, I love this. Mm-hmm. It's so cool. Like I like the waterfall. I found the waterfall thing.
Oh yeah, the waterfall thing is back there because
yeah.
they were complaining about not having enough enrichment items. I'm like, all right, well you can have this thing, but I'm hiding it behind bamboo.
but it's a very smart one because it's so big. I never know how to use it. Like
it's really well hidden.
It's a hard thing, but it works so well. Do they use it? Like, how do they use it? I don't even know.
I think they just walk through it.
Oh, okay. Oh wait, there's one going underneath it right now.
Yeah, there's kind of bad thing in there. But I have to say,
it just wiggles its tail and then it's like.
Yeah. I have to say, like, flamingos in themselves might not be, like, for the guests in game, not the most appealing animals. But I think the work you did with this habitat makes them really the star of the show at the moment.
Oh for sure.
It's so cool because it's giving 100% zoo vibe.
Yeah.
I really like the way this came out, and even though there are 50, and we might have to, cut it down a little bit as the animal AI gets a little bit more blocked up. It's really cool to see all these freaking pink flamingos in here.
It's
but yeah, but beyond
for
that,
me, it's working really good.
Yeah,
I love that they use the staff bridge.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. It barely even feels like an enclosure to me. It really feels like immersing yourself in some sort of like swampland.
Yeah, for sure.
It really doesn't feel like sort of like trapping animals in a cage sort of deal. It's very open and very immersive. It's really cool.
That's what I like about working in a jungle biome is because we can make it so lush. And it's
the foliage on this is so good.
Oh yes.
I mean, what do we expect? But still.
I love it. I really like the way this little area came out.
I also have to say the flamingos and their animations, they are really thankful to work with. It's just they are not like tending to climb everything or jump at everything or whatever, so you can make them really interact with the environment in a nice, believable way.
True. I do currently have a flamingo up on the common reeds though.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing.
Hanging out up there. But for the most part, the animal AI works pretty well in this habitat. And I've got it set up. I ended up working with the staff, and I've got them trained up to level 5. So that they should efficiently take care of the animals, which has been a problem.
Very, very nice work, Mike.
Wow,
really well done.
Insane.
Definitely really cool. Where do they eat, by the way? Just curious.
They don't forage pools, which some are hidden in the rocks and some are not as hidden.
Oh wait, I just saw a zookeeper filling food. Indeed, that's so smart.
That's another thing too. If you are having trouble with zookeepers like feeding your animals, train them up, and they'll be able to feed multiple like feed areas at once, so that.
I don't have issues with that. I'd never train them.
or just have a lot of them, maybe.
Yeah.
Really?
Right.
Oh, that's so good.
We got to do the obligatory in the rain.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
So, one sort of disclaimer, I guess. Where do you think this habitat would fit? Sort of from a natural sense, because to me it's very much like an Indonesian kind of habitat, but I think flamingos don't live in Southeast Asia.
I don't know exactly. Yeah, they absolutely hate this habitat in terms of plants. There's way too many plants for their liking.
Right.
But I figured this was a kind of shallow area that already existed, and so it's kind of retrofitted to these birds, but it still is naturally Indonesian.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to sort of compromise.
Yeah, would they be super demanding? Like, I have no idea, but I feel like flamingos are not that super demanding in terms of their habitat. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously temperature-wise and stuff, but
I don't think they are necessarily. I think they're fairly easygoing birds.
Yeah. I mean, in real life, you can find them from Denmark to Africa. So yeah, definitely.
I guess I love that one. I love how much is going on with the 50 animals in here. You don't even know where to look.
It's
and animals
really
flying
cool,
from left to right and landing on the reed and just.
It's kind of exciting how many different like animals are in there, and you can see a bunch of different things. Like, I'd love to visit this in real life if there was a giant flamingo. I mean, it's loud. It's very loud. They're very loud birds.
Oh, that's inevitable.
Oh, this game looks so good in the rain. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, oh, it's so stunning.
This game looks
God, this keeper is super busy. I'm just watching that the keeper is just coming in and out all the time. And
I
he's
have
like super
five.
like, oh god.
I have 5 keepers on staff all the time in this. I've got 1 that feeds and 4 that clean, because there's so much poop.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, I think doing something like the original Koali sort of architecture would be really cool here. Maybe a little bit more of the Polynesian look.
Yeah.
Yeah. So something with a thatch kind of roof and woodwork.
I'm curious if Silv has any plans for his episode.
Yeah, let's talk about your next episode.
I actually have no plans, but I'm very open to all ideas. It actually sounds like a
Open to
decent plan.
ideas. Well, you can see how much stuff we got here. Which space we got to fill.
There's plenty of space to fill in.
Yeah, definitely. I think you're gonna do fine, Silv. I'm super excited for it.
Yes, I am too, because I miss my Silv fix. I need that new indies in me.
Like, is it my birthday that you don't want to say anything about my? Like, is it too bad but you just don't want to mention it, or? No, just kidding. It's not finished yet, but I'm pretty sure that if I finish it, you're like, okay, can I now make some tweaks?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well,
I realized that it wasn't finished.
just
I'm like,
wait,
I'm not going to touch this yet.
No, please don't. Please let me do my best. When it's finished, then you can touch it. I'm pretty sure that then you can give it like the final touches.
Well, I'm just thinking about the formal garden that I'm going to do for this building because it's so structured. And
you want to do a garden in front of it? Because then I will
kind
touch
of a symmetrical Dutch garden.
I will just finish the building and the inside and like that middle section.
If you focus on the interior, then yeah, I definitely do the garden.
I'm not so good at interiors. I saw you doing something for Rudi, his round building.
Yeah, but it wasn't that great, you know.
God, it's so good. I'm scared to do the inside because I'm really bad at interiors.
It's the same kind of treatment that you do for the outside that you do for the inside. It's the same trims, the same detailing.
I don't know.
No,
it's sometimes difficult to come up with things.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
But it will be fine. I will do my best.
I think Mike has a really unforgivable kind of eye for ugly interiors in the most positive way of saying that.
Unforgivable eye. That is a different way of putting it.
No, I mean it in the most positive way possible. It's really like how you put these things together. Like, for example, in the Komodo dragon area, it feels great, really. But it's like it's just putting some stuff to the wall, but in a way that it makes sense, And you put some stuff into this kind of shelves and make them look like little lockers. And I don't know, it's something I just not naturally would come up with because like, okay, does this like it doesn't really look finished, and then you're just throwing down like 2 ladders and 2 boxes, and like, that looks like people would do it that way.
Exactly.
And this is so good.
Yeah, and that's also the thing. I think you're really good at making things that feel very realistic and natural and believable. And sometimes that's not, the most detailed or beautiful thing, but like in an amazing way because it's just so convincing. It's just so real. It's really cool.
Definitely,
well,
yeah.
This building especially, I was like, this has a beautiful roof, so I knocked out the soffit, and then I realized, oh, this probably needs beams. So it's just a matter of, it's like a logical progression. How does this building
there
look?
Goes my chance.
Like, how can I give it weight? How would it naturally be put together?
Oh, it's so good.
And that's basically what it is. I mean, once you create or open up the area, and once I added in the skylights and stuff like that, I'm like, this breathes now. This is perfect.
Yeah. I can also say maybe it's also a matter of doing it a few times because I have the feeling you are really good already at the pieces that can be used for interiors. I figured like there are so many pieces I recognized immediately, but like, sure, you can use it for that as well. And when I remember your micro house, for example, you use some of the stuff as well. So you already have an idea of what you can use for what. So I'm still in the process of understanding which pieces are good for interiors. Like, I'm already pretty confident for the outsides, but yeah, at the end of the day, plaster. So
well, in the end, like you have this blank wall, and you're like, oh, I need to put something on there. So shelves. Shelves are easy. Shelves are planks, and then vertical planks, and then you find that this door is actually really useful. So let's put that on there. Oh, that kind of looks like a closet. It's that kind of that avalanche of the thought process.
Yeah. Can I raise a little idea here for Frontier maybe? We have a lot of great filters in the game. How about this filter for size? I would love to just filter my menu by size. Like, give me small pieces on top. Boom. There you go. From small to big.
That'd be
that
great.
Would be so
that
huge.
Would be so
that
useful.
would be really useful.
Because from the thumbnails, I cannot really tell if it's now big or not.
Yeah, true.
And I just have to throw them all down. It would be so cool to have like, okay, this is a big piece, this is a small piece.
Yeah. Or like a separate tag for small pieces, medium-sized pieces, and large pieces as well. Might also work.
Because in a way, I mean, I'm not an expert on that, but I think the game does recognize how big the pieces are naturally because of the hitboxes and stuff. So there has to be some kind of check system in there whether they're big or not in terms of units.
That'd be very smart. That would be super useful, especially when new DLC packs come out and you're like, what's the smallest piece?
Yes,
that's the thought. Only a hardcore player would have.
That's how we think. Yeah, that's how my mind processes the pieces. Okay, so I get it. It's a door, but what else can we?
Yeah, what else can it be? Exactly. All right, and we're gonna leave it where we started. Rudi's beautiful weenie temple. Might need a name for that.
Oh yeah, so let's ask in the comments, what could this temple be called as well?
So the education center, we need a name for that, and the temple, we need like a traditional name or something like that.
Yeah,
because we do have some Indonesian viewers, which is really cool.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh yeah,
crowdsourcing. Let's go.
Totally crowdsourcing. Well, Silv, I am excited to see what you do. It's been far too long, and we definitely need some more really intricate buildings in here. All
right, I'll try to get it done. I can't wait to see what I'll come up with either.
Okay, just to reiterate, Silv is going to be the next one on the list, and so you'll want to watch out for Koali episode 6 on his channel. And then, are we going back to Delady? How are we doing?
Yeah.
Okay, so back to Delady for episode 7, back to Rudi for episode 8.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, it's been a pleasure, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
No problem.
Awesome. Thank you for fixing my interiors, or basically making them amazing.
Apparently, I found a niche in this game that I really enjoy is making realistic interiors. So,
yeah, I will keep it for you.
Great. That's like a free ticket now to leave all the insides open.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on Silv's channel next. So, have a great day.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.